Hello everyone, this is Joel with SB Reviews. So today we're going to be comparing the EanOruus juicer to the Ypone juicer. We're going to be covering all different features, talking about their functionalities, testing their juicing capabilities to see which one is actually worth it. Now I know what you guys are probably thinking. You're like, why do these look the exact same? And it is true, they look almost identical, but there might be some slight differences with their performance. And I did notice that they come with different things. So let's go ahead and put these to the test. Okay, so what we're gonna do is that we're gonna take some oranges, apples, and avocados. We're gonna make sure that each one of these juicers has the same amount of fruit in them, and we'll compare the juicing times and the juicing quality. So there's the inside of the EanOruus and the Ypone. We have the same amount of fruit in both of them. So first up, we're going to test out the EanOruus. So I'm gonna close this lid here. That locks in. So on the back here, we have this knob, so we can turn that on. All right, so it's basically done. As you can see, what it did was it juiced it out on this side, and then it put the remnants of all the other stuff on here. A mix of avocado, the oranges. But now let's test out the Ypone. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and close the lid on this one. This one's pretty similar with the functions, but on this Ypone, you just have to turn it on. There's no knob. All right, so there we go. You can see here we have the finished product. We have the juice, and I did notice that this cup is a little bit darker than the EanOruus cups, but you can see the consistency. On the left we have the EanOruus, and then on the right we have the Ypone. The EanOruus definitely looks a little bit brighter. We're actually going to test out the texture. Okay, so this is the EanOruus. That's actually really good. I didn't taste any of those remnants that we have in that other cup. Now we're going to taste the Ypone. The Ypone definitely tastes a little bit more grittier. Has more of a thick or like smoothie taste to it. The Ypone one is definitely thicker than the EanOruus, but they both still perform phenomenally. So if you want something that's more in between like a smoothie and a juice, or the Ypone, I don't really know how to pronounce it. But if you want something that's more consistently a juice, I would get the EanOruus. And I mean, both of these are really simple to use. Like on the EanOruus one, we have this knob here, we have the rev function. So that's pretty self-explanatory. We just turn it to the left and then it'll start juicing more. On the Ypone, you can see we have a rev feature as well. And then on either of these two, I didn't have any issues with stuff getting stuck in here. Of course, you have a little bit of this on the Ypone, but you can just use this tool that they give you. Both packages come with them. And you can see on the Ypone, once we open this up, there is basically nothing in there. And then on the EanOruus, same thing. Now, both of these packages also include this brush here, which you can use to thoroughly clean it out. But one main difference that I did see is that on the EanOruus, they give you a question and answers guide, a fruit and vegetables guide, full-on instruction manual. And my favorite part is that they give you a complete recipe book here. So you can actually, it's actually really colorful. They give you step-by-step instructions. For the Ypone, however, they just give you a regular instruction guide, pretty simple. And then they give you this instruction manual. Now, another thing is that the cups are slightly different. Like for the Ypone, you can see we have these measurements here on the side, and they're a little bit darker. And then for the EanOruus, they're just these simple cups. They don't have any measurements on them. Each one has a max line at the top to tell you when it's full. Now, cleaning is really simple to do. All you have to do, it's the exact same for both of them. Like all you gotta do is unlock this by turning this to the right. everything comes off. And you can take this top part off as well. And you can see on the inside there's not a bunch of like cracks and corners, so it's really easy to clean out, or you can just throw it in your dishwasher. And one thing about the EanOruus that I did notice is that it has a silicone piece right here. So if you push this back, it'll allow you to be able to clean more thoroughly on the inside of here. But unfortunately on the Ypone, it doesn't have that. All right, so in conclusion, after doing all the different tests, I'm glad I was able to show you guys that the EanOruus performs a little bit better than the Ypone. It's able to juice faster and it has a more consistent juice. It even comes with a recipe book. I'd say that the EanOruus won.